Welcome, guys. This is Glasgow Rangers Nation. I'm Owen James, and this is all of your latest Rangers news. We've got news on Mikey Moore to Rangers, the one of the biggest talents in English youth football. One of the most promising up-and-coming players is on the verge, according to a major source, of completing his loan move to Ibrox. Fantastic news that is, once that gets over the line. And also, it looks like it has been confirmed by sources in Cyprus that Mccausland has agreed to that deal with Aris Limassol. Now official confirmation due very shortly by all reports. Well, let's start off with the fantastic news about Mikey Moore. Look, we know that until the club officially announced something, nothing is official. That's just the way things are. And look, if this player was available, if this player was able to come and was able to play tonight, I would love to see him play and start against Panathinaikos tonight. I think he can make a major difference to this tie. Even at 17 years old, this lad is an absolute superstar in the making. Well, where's this information coming from? That's what you want to know, isn't it? So this is where it's coming from. Fabrizio Romano, the Italian transfer guru, the main man. As I've said before, if you want to know the truth on Rangers transfer stories, you listen to David Ornstein, you listen to Fabrizio Romano, you listen to Fabian Plettenberg, you listen to Sasha Tovaglieri. These are the guys in the know. These are the guys that you really do need to trust when it comes to transfer stories. The rest, they're just a little bit inferior to these guys. Fabrizio Romano says that Mikey Moore could soon be making his way from Tottenham to the Glasgow Giants. The transfer market expert says Rangers are optimistic of seeing all the details of the Mikey Moore loan deal this week. No buy option, straight loan until 2026, with salary covered, as Spurs are set to give the final green light soon. Moore is keen on joining the Rangers project. So fantastic news. Some good key points to pick out of that statement from Fabrizio. First of all, that the salary is covered by Tottenham. Mikey Moore, who will be on a substantial salary even for a 17-year-old, due to the fact that Spurs rate this kid so very highly. He has, of course, turned out for Tottenham in the Europa League last season, the Europa League that they went on to win. Although they did draw at Ibrox, worth noting. Mikey Moore is, like I said, he is an absolute superstar. The ability to go past players like they're not there, the ability to play the killer ball in, the ability to take a shot, the ability to be an absolute star on the wing. He can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play attacking midfield, he can play as a second striker. There are a number of different places you can use Mikey Moore, and he can be very, very effective. And like I said, I can't tell you how highly rated this lad is, not only by Tottenham Hotspur, but by also the England youth setup as well. The FA, obviously the England youth setup, do rate him exceptionally highly. Let's look at a few more details on Mr. Mikey Stephen Danny Moore. That is his full name. Michael Stephen Danny Moore. He is 17 years old. He was born in London, in Southwark. He's 6 foot. He's a left winger, but he's a right-footed left winger. So a guy who likes to cut in on his right foot. So also can play on that right wing and go outside. He is under contract till Tottenham until 2027. And like I said, this is a player that if you wanted to actually buy him, would probably cost you, even now at 17 years old, around about 30 to 35 million pounds. That is the price that Tottenham are quoting to have for him. Right, let's have a little look. A few more details on Mr. Mikey Moore. So this is his performance by competition that we've seen. So we've seen here, this is where he has played the majority of his football. He's played in the under-18s Premier League. He's played in the Premier League as well, making 12 appearances for Tottenham in the English Premier League and having 1 assist. So this is a guy who has already been trusted, even at 17 years old, to play in the best league in world football. He also has made 5 Europa League appearances with a goal and assist in those games. Played in the UEFA Youth League, Premier League 2. He's played in the FA Cup, the EFL Cup, the FA Youth Cup and the EFL Trophy. Worth noting that English Premier League sides put their youth teams, their under-21 teams, into the Football League Trophy, which is a fantastic development opportunity to play against experienced professionals. In terms of his national team career, Moore is representing England under 15s, under 16s, under 17s, and under 19s. His under 17s record is amazing: 12 appearances, 10 goals. In his under 19s, he's made 9 appearances, scoring a solitary goal in that time for them. And he's obviously, I think, he's pretty much lined up to be moved up to the England under-21s this coming season with more match practice. Now, it's thought that the reason that Tottenham want him to go out on loan this season is to get more first team minutes and get experience of playing in Europe, get experience of playing in and for a big club in a big atmosphere. Obviously, that he will get that playing at Ibrox. Good preparation indeed for any youth player. Tottenham, I think, obviously, if there is obviously this situation where Rangers have agreed to this loan, that Tottenham have agreed to cover the majority of salary, that pretty much means that Mikey Moore, I think, will be a starter and will play in the vast majority of games, barring, of course, an absolute disaster in form, which I don't see happening with a player of this substantial talent. Like I said, this lad is special, very, very special indeed. So flicking it on now to where he's played throughout his career. So he's made 18 appearances as a left winger with 4 goals, 6 assists. That's 10 goal contributions in 18 games at that left wing spot, which is just absolutely fantastic. As an attacking midfielder, 8 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists, so 10 goal contributions in 8 as an attacking midfielder. Played as a centre forward as well, where he's got 11 goals in 7 games, 4 assists, 15 goal contributions as a centre forward. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, a lot of these goals and assists have come at youth level, but this shows the talent of this lad, that he has an eye for a goal. He has the ability to set up a chance for another player. As you can see, he's only been with Tottenham. He came through Tottenham's youth system. He has obviously made 21 appearances for the first team with a goal and 2 assists, which, considering a lot of these appearances came when he was 16, 17 years old, is just absolutely fantastic and absolutely outstanding. And his under 18s record for Tottenham, I mean, it is just blows you away. 24 appearances, 19 goals, 13 assists. That's like 32 goal contributions in 24 games. This is a very, very special young player, someone who will make a huge difference to this team. And like I said, this is a talent. I can't get across to you, until you actually see him, how good a kid this lad is. He is absolutely outstanding, and he is rated as one of the best young prospects in English football. Really rated very, very highly indeed. Expected to go on to make that step up eventually to the full England national team, as well as being a starter for Spurs. Now, I understand there's obviously the worry and the concerns that why are we taking other teams' players and developing them and making them better, and then we send them back down and they then obviously benefit another team. That's unfortunately where we are. And as I said on a previous video, I don't think, with the number of players we're bringing in, and the number of changes we're needing to make to a squad that is dire, in terms of quality, coming out of last season, I think that's a non-controversial statement to make. You are looking at the need to have some loan players, and while that is not ideal, where we are in terms of finance, where we are in terms of being a club, developing and rebuilding ourselves to get back to the top of the Scottish game, to continue to compete in Europe, we do need to obviously take these loan players in. It maybe, give it 18 months, 2 years time, that we won't need to do that, and it will only be players that we purchase, or that if we do get on loan, there are loans with options to buy. But at this moment in time, we need to use the loan market wisely. Obviously, that other story is that Ross Mccausland is on his way out of Ibrox. The Mapper podcast, which is the main podcast for Aris Limassol, are saying that the deal is done, that Mccausland will join Aris Limassol. And as I said on a previous video, this is great because it's a great chance for Ross to get some first team football, to get some experience elsewhere, and obviously link up with his former teammates Connor Goldson and the man I still miss, Leon Balogun. I love Leon Balogun, an amazing man Leon Balogun is. Wish he was still at Rangers, really do. But it's a great opportunity for Ross. It just hasn't worked out for him here. I don't think he's of Rangers quality in terms of starting quality. I think he could have been a squad player, certainly, but that's not what Ross wants. He clearly wants to develop his career, to go on to be a better player. And I wish him all the very best at Aris. I think he'll do very well out there. And good luck, Ross. Thanks for the memories you've You've done us proud. Right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below this video. Thank you for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation, guys. If you've enjoyed the content, please obviously like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.